Hey everybody, welcome back to Russian with Jason, and I'm your host Jason. So you don't have to go about learning Russian alone. And for those of you who are new to the channel, what I'd like to do is go through conversations or certain Russian phrases to help you learn Russian, and we can both do that together. And if you haven't already, please like and subscribe and hit that notification bell so you have future updates on other videos. So if you watched previous videos, we went through the lesson 1 here for these first 36 phrases in Russian. I checked all of these translations with a native Russian speaker, and they are correct. And I actually did something here. I was able to put these into individual audio files. So if we
Его
study,
зовут Джеймс Лупин.
so you can study Anki on your own alone, and I'll probably make a video on best practices for Anki. But for now, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and once I open Anki, and I'll put a link in the description below to download this software. It's completely free, by the way, and also a link to this deck here. This is what it's called. The deck has all these flashcards for those 36 Apronus phrases that we took from the website. So I'm just going to go to Browse, and so we can actually go through all the flashcards together. This is how I'm going to do it. I could go through the actual practice. So if I do this.
Его зовут Джеймс Лупин.
But then this comes into play and it actually determines how soon you'll see the next flashcard. In this video, let's just go ahead and review all of the cards that we have in this deck. So let's just see how many we can get right.
Его зовут Джеймс Лупин.
Now, I will be honest, I did do a review of this earlier today, so I think I pretty much got all of them down, but it's good to test your knowledge as well. So this means his name is James Lupin. Yes.
Ей 18 лет.
She's 18. Yep.
Ему 50 лет.
He's 50 years old. Yes.
Ее зовут Марта.
This is the same thing as his name is, but the name is different, and of course, her is different here. And if you don't know a word, you can always click on it, and it'll bring you to the Google Translate there. But let's go back. So her name is Marta.
Как вас зовут?
What is your name? And this is the formal you. I wonder if Translate gives us the formal you. No, it just says you, which makes sense. So what is your name? Okay.
Как его зовут?
What's his name? Good.
Как ее зовут?
What's her name?
Как у вас дела?
Okay. How are you? And this is formal.
Какой сегодня день?
What day is today? So we have what day today? Or sorry, what today day? So this is today and this is day.
Какой у него номер телефона?
What is his telephone number? So this part here means his and then telephone number.
Какой у нее адрес?
What's her address?
Какой у тебя адрес?
What's your address?
Какой у тебя номер телефона?
What's your telephone number?
Кем вы работаете?
What do you do? And this is the formal you. Or what's your job? Same thing. With this here is it's formal.
Кем он работает?
What does he do? What's his job?
Кем она работает?
What's her job?
Когда ты работаешь?
When do you work? So this is the word for when, and this is informal you. And then see how the conjugation is a little bit different? Okay.
Меня зовут Джон Лупин.
My name is John Lupin.
Мне 20 лет.
I'm 20.
Мой номер телефона 321 77 03.
So this is my telephone number is, and I'm pretty sure if I heard that correctly, he said 321. We haven't gone over numbers yet, so this might be a little bit tricky. So he said this kind of fast. I believe he said 321 7703. So he said the first three as one number, the first three digits is one number, the second two digits is one number, and then these two digits individually here. Now, if I am mistaken and I didn't hear that correctly, please let me know in the comments below because I could be mistaken. But my telephone number is that.
Он доктор.
He's a doctor. Yep.
Она учительница.
She's a teacher.
Откуда вы?
Where are you from? And this is the formal you.
Откуда он?
Where's he from?
Откуда она?
Where's she from?
Очень хорошо.
Very well or very good.
Сегодня воскресенье.
Today is Sunday, so we have today, Sunday. So there's no is in Russian. It's just implied.
Сколько ей лет?
I think this is how old is she? Yes,
Сколько ему лет?
I was a little uncertain about that. And you can always replay the audio.
Сколько ему лет?
And I usually
Сколько
do it
ему лет?
3 or 4 times when reviewing on my own to get more sound in. How old is he?
Сколько тебе лет?
How old are you?
У вас есть собака?
Do you have a dog? And this is formal you.
Хорошо, спасибо.
Fine, thanks, or good, thanks.
Это неправильно.
That's wrong.
Это правильно.
That's right.
Я не знаю.
I don't know.
Я сейчас иду в школу.
I'm going to school now. So we have I now going to school directly, but it's just I'm going to school now. Oh, and that's it. So that was pretty quick. I just wanted to show you that if you practice these words and you go through the flashcards here, click on lesson 1, and Anki will tell you when you're done studying, right? So you go through this each day, the amount of times that Anki recommends, and eventually you'll have these 36 sentences down. And the goal is to eventually get all of these sentences. So there's 725 sentences in total. That's quite a bit. And I would say that if you get all of those under your belt, and Anki says that you've mastered them. Now, when I say master, you don't need to really do any configuration. Anki will keep track of that for you, right? So I can go to stats here, and Anki will tell me I have 0 mature cards or 0 mastered cards, right? I have young cards, new and learning. So it actually breaks it down for you, which is really nice if you go into stats. Now, if you can get 725 sentences, and some of these get fairly long, you'll be able to improve your Russian quite quickly because you'll start to understand more and more context. Now, since we're still here on the video, I think what we can do to get more practice in is go to lesson 2. So let's go ahead and get started.
Russian Lessons for Beginners. Apronus.com. Lesson 2.
Он сейчас идет в магазин? Я сейчас не иду домой.
So we have he now goes to the store, but it's a question mark. Is he going shopping now? So what I realized in Ukraine is go to the shop or go to the store is the same as going shopping. I guess they kind of mean the same thing, but maybe the intent is different. But if you're going shopping, you're going to the store, it's the same thing, so don't worry about that. I'm going home now. I now am going home. So let's translate this here. Don't go home. Oh, I'm not going home now. Sorry. There's a not here. Yeah, so this is not. And then I now don't go home, right? So I'm not going home now. Okay, so that's pretty simple. And if you notice that the now, this entire conversation here is going to be a lot of now words, and you put it after the pronoun here, and it's I now, he now, she now. But of course here it works too when you put it in front. So now they aren't drinking. So I think it works in separate cases. However, I have noticed that now only goes in front when it's a they. So if there's 2 or more people, oh wait, no. So here's Paul and Anna, and then here's Anna and Agnes. So they have now here in the middle and now at the beginning. So I guess it doesn't matter. So I guess they're pretty much interchangeable. It's just funny how they did that, I guess. But yeah, for most of the conversation or most of the dialogue here, they put now second. Let's keep going.
Ты сейчас ведешь машину.
You are driving now. So this means to drive. I guess leading is another way to translate it. But if we do this, it'll probably say you are driving now, right? And this, so from what I'm clear about, someone correct me again if I'm wrong in the comments, but there's no gerund in Russian, meaning there's no ing like I go or I'm going. There's none of that. It's just implied by context. But if you have a now, it's more specific. You obviously know what's happening right now, so it is an ing word, right? So you could say I drive a car, means I drive a car in general. But based on context, if you just had this, this, and this, you would know whether it's now, whether I'm driving, or I just do it in general, I drive. But this means it has to be an ing. So I'm not sure how often they use now in Russian, because I haven't heard that much of it, but that's just kind of what I know about it. Again, someone correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. And this isn't really the exact word for car, So this Y is added here. It changed, I believe it's normally an A. It changed because of the verb before it here. But let's keep going. So you might see this word written a little bit differently, and that's because the endings of words change based on the words around them, which is really confusing at times. And we're not getting into grammar at all on this channel. We're just gonna, keep listening as much as we can.
Ты сейчас пьешь молоко.
Okay, are you drinking milk now? I'm not gonna explain these too much. I think I just explained majority of problems you might have. Let's just keep listening and get practice in, and you'll just have to remember these as set phrases.
Ты сейчас не слушаешь радио. Он сейчас спит в спальне. Он сейчас завтракает.
So this whole word is to eat breakfast.
Он сейчас не читает свою книгу.
Okay, this is his book. This word might be tricky in the future, but we'll ignore it for now. Just remember that.
Она сейчас поет.
She's singing now.
Она сейчас пишет письмо. Она сейчас не учит слова.
Okay.
Джон сейчас играет на гитаре. Марк сейчас не поет.
Okay.
Агнес сейчас учит слова. Мы сейчас смотрим телевизор. Мы сейчас
So we have a new word, which is we, so just keep that in mind.
ужинаем.
This is
Мы
tough
сейчас не завтракаем. Ты сейчас ешь хлеб. Ты сейчас читаешь. Ты сейчас не спишь. Сейчас они танцуют вместе. Сейчас они смотрят.
So this looks like it's together, I believe. Let me double check this. Yes. So now they are dancing together, or they are dancing together now. Same thing.
На экран. Сейчас они не смотрят на учителя. Сейчас Пол и Анна не танцуют. Анна и Агнес сейчас ужинают. Сейчас они не пьют вино. Кто пьет мое пиво? Кто сейчас читает эту книгу? Кто учит русский язык? Кто читает книги?
One thing about Russian is that who is learning Russian? Language. So they often add language at the end. It's just how they do things. I'm not sure why. But just keep that in mind.
Вечером. Кто учит новые слова каждый день? Кто ведет быструю машину? Кто ведет эту красную машину? Куда ты сейчас идешь? Что ты сейчас учишь? Куда ты ходишь по вечерам?
All right, so we went through this actually really quickly. I didn't go through it as much as I do in detail because we're kind of running out of time here. But I just wanted to give you a quick listen, and we'll probably review these more in detail in a further lesson. But, I'm going to try and make another flashcard deck for these following 36 sentences, so numbers 37 through 72 here. So you have another Anki deck, and then you'll be able to study with 72 different sentences. Now, a lot of these words are new, I get it. So what you have to do is just click on it and translate it. Make sure you have this Google Translation extension installed. But hopefully you enjoyed today's lesson and that motivates you to keep learning Russian. Like I said before, I'll put a link in the description below, and as soon as I get the Anki deck up, I'll go ahead and put that down there as well. It's only going to be for these first 36 phrases here, but I'll go ahead and once I get this up, I'll go ahead and post it too. Anyways, thanks for watching, and if you liked it, please like and subscribe. It motivates me to make more videos, and it helps me out. And I'll see you on the next day.